What is up, YouTube? Back from the YouTube video, and today I have a guide on where you can find Cade's stashes for the 10th anniversary event for Destiny 2 and Bungie. So you can see here, if I go over to my triumphs, I don't know why I opened the battle pass there, but if you go to titles, and then you see over here we have the Legend Triumphs title, as you can see. And then you can see for the first one here, it says find all of Cade's stashes in the tower within the Pale Heart. So I'm just going to track this here so we know there's 5. Here I found 1, and this is the location where you go if you did the Kvostov guide and everything like that. But I'll just retrace my steps real quick to show you. But if you're not familiar with it, again, it's very easy. Just fast travel over here to the Lost City. I'll open my map in a second. But all we have to do is make our way back here. You'll spawn in literally right by like that tree over there. Like right in the middle of it, but you can see go ahead and just spawn in down here in the Lost City. Make your way over here to the little area that branches off to the left side, and you can see we're gonna go down here, and then we're gonna make our way over to this location. Now this is the first chest that I found, so that's why I'm starting off with this one. And you'll notice that when you look at the left side of your screen, you're gonna see it says Cade Stash nearby. Now this one's very easy to find. You can see I just figured let me look over here, and then I just found a chest right here. So you can see, go ahead, open Cade Stash, and then you're gonna get one part of the armor, whether it be you're playing Titan, Warlock, or Hunter. It's just gonna be one of those, and then basically by the time you get all 5 chests, you're gonna get the whole armor set. So what I'm going to do is cut over to the next couple of chests, that way we can find all 5. So now the next 4 chests are actually going to be all within a close distance of this area here, so back in the Lost City here. And I noticed on the left side of my screen when I was recording the intro right here that when I was going this way, you see it's going to say Cade Stash nearby right here. It's actually above us, so we're going to go up here. And then all you gotta do is run to the right side of this area, and then you can see open Cade Stash. And here's going to be our second piece. And now the other 3 of them, there's going to be one, you can see it right there, kind of where my crosshairs are. We're going to go pick this one up. Okay, you can see number 3. And then number 4, we're going to make our way over to the left side here. And you're going to see right next to this Cabal on the left, it's going to be our next chest. You see it right there. Now our 5th and final piece of armor is going to be down here by the 2 Cabal standing in the middle. And then just make your way over here by the Vanguard kind of crust and everything on the wall, the flag. And then go down here and you can see there's going to be one last chest. You open that one, and there's going to be your last piece of armor. So you can see we're going to get the Triumph, find all of Cade's stashes located within the towers. So that's the first part done. So let's go ahead and move into the next part. Okay, so for our next part here, you can see that when we go to our title and then to the Legend Triumph title, you can see when you claim Cade's stashes, it will then unlock these right here. These will be the secret ones, but once you claim Cade's stashes, it will show you the objectives for these. So starting off with Special Delivery, this one's a very easy. Claim a set of Veteran Legend Armor ornaments at the Special Deliveries terminal in the tower. So to find this, just go to the tower. You can see I'm just spawning in over here in the courtyard. Come over here to Banshee, and then to his right, you're going to see this terminal. Then go over here, and then you can see you're going to have the 10th anniversary gift. And then right here, you'll see the reward pack. And you can see it's just going to give you the universal ornaments. So we can go ahead and acquire that. Now you can see it's going to pop in the bottom of the screen that we completed it. And then what I'm going to do is just equip these real quick so you can see, where is it? Oh wait, I have to go to my inventory. So go to your inventory. Then you're going to have the wrapped items. We're going to go ahead and open. Then you can see we have our ornaments now. So if I go to my arms and I go over here, you can see there's that one. And we're going to have to put the armor on anyway. And I'm pretty sure this is going to count for the armor, so I'm not too worried about it. It's going to be like if you're playing Crucible or Iron Banner, you know, when Iron Banner says to wear ornaments or armor, this is pretty much the same thing that we're doing. But you can see now that I put the armor on, for one of our next objectives, we're going to go ahead and go to the title again, go here, and you can see it's going to tell us to complete Vanguard Ops playlist activities, Crucible matches, or rounds of Gambit while wearing the full set of Veteran Legend armor or ornaments. Now, what I'm going to do is actually make a note here. I'm going to take off this exotic that I have. And for this scenario, I don't know which helmet I'm going to use, but let's just say I want to use this one. I'll go ahead and I'm just going to change the ornament to this one. And then we're going to go ahead and you can see we got the full ornament set on. That way we can actually use some good armor stat rolls while also putting on that. So I'm going to go ahead and play one Vanguard Strike and see how much progress we get for it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that.
Title. Your champion falls.
I pride myself on seeing the strength in others, and yours can no longer be denied.
Okay, so you can see we're in Skywatch, and this is going to go over the next kind of objective that we have, and we're going to go over here to our title. We're going to look at it, and it's going to be defeat combatants and loot engrams in Skywatch on Cosmodrome while wearing a full set of Veteran Legend armor or ornaments. So I'm tracking it right now, and you can see, just to show you, I'm 0 out of 0. But if you go ahead and you just kill any enemy, you can see now we have 1%, so every kill is 1% tick on your progress. But now we're also going to go ahead and just move our way along here. And what you have to do that's random is just get engrams to drop. So if you're familiar with the Destiny 2 kind of gameplay loop, you're going to run around and just kill enemies basically. There are some mini bosses that might spawn in. You might get a high value target. Here you can see, I'm not sure if they're still fighting, but there's a little kind of mini event that happens, and it'll tell you the enemies are fighting each other or something like that. You'll see it on the bottom left side of the screen. But that'll indicate that you can see over here we have 2 sets of enemies fighting, the Hive and the Fallen. And this is a good place to kind of just farm your kills here if you have this little mini event going. I'm pretty sure no bosses are going to spawn, but it's just going to be kind of a way to get a lot of easy kills without having to do too much. But I want to show you that there could be an ogre that spawns down here. And if you're just familiar with the environment, you know, the destination and walking around, then you probably know what I'm going to show you here. I'm also going to go ahead and open this chest. And then if you look down here on this ledge, right here next to these helicopters, there's going to be a little drop right here. And it'll spawn a ballistic ogre. I'm going to go and kill the ogre. And then you can see that could just count as one enemy. Who knows, maybe it might drop you a engram. But you can see we're 39%. So we've basically gotten around 39 kills and no engram has dropped yet. So I'm going to try to keep going until we get an engram. I might speed up the gameplay. I might cut to the engram dropping. I don't know. But again, it's going to be time consuming, but it's, you know, it's definitely an easier objective, just a little time consuming when it comes to actually obtaining a random engram and then having to do it, I assume, 100 times or something. But we'll see how much progress we get once we actually pick up an engram. But I am at 92%. Still no engram. I wonder. Here we have a knight. Oh, he dropped me a purple. We're 17 minutes in, and we got a purple. And it's 7%. Okay, 7 for the, you know, the Bungie number 7, the number and everything. Okay. That's still a lot of engrams to get. I'm happy it's not 1%.
Shahan to Field Guardians. We got a Warsat inbound. Requesting an intercept.
Alright, so here's our last objective here. It's going to be time loss, complete timeline missions, and then bonus progression for fire teams of 2 or more. So you can see, if you want bonus progress, go ahead and get another player with you, whether it be through LFG or maybe someone on your friends list. But to find the timeline missions, all you're going to want to do is open your destinations tab, and then in the top right over here, this is going to be the timeline. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what this is, I'll break it down real quick. This is just kind of a breakdown of all the Destiny 2 kind of, uh, you know, events and everything that happened from year one, with it being the Traveler, you know, Destiny Cause, the Red War, everything like that from Crystal Osiris, and DLCs after. And you can see here, one timeline mission is Forsaken. I just want to point out, if you hover over some of these icons or nodes, you can see here, there's no press A to select or anything like that. There are cutscenes that you can watch. These don't count because they're cinematics, but you can see for some of these, like Forsaken, the Cade's Fate, you can replay the Prison of Elders mission here. And you see if I press select, it'll load it up, and you can press launch. That's going to be mission number 1 right there. But then if you want, you can also go ahead and go to the next one, which is going to be the Crux of Stasis, which is going to be Beyond Light. And I'm pretty sure this is the first mission, or I don't remember which mission it is, but this is another one that you can do. That's going to be number 2. Then number 3 is going to be the Lucent Hive right here. And this is from Witch Queen. And then you can see for Lightfall, we have Stranded, which is a campaign mission. Now, I do want to just go back to this real quick and show you that I haven't done any of these timeline missions right now. I'm 3 out of 4, so if, you know, if it was up to me to say which one I was missing, I'm assuming it's the Lightfall one, because if I go backwards, I know for sure I've done Forsaken ones. That's 1, and then that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. So I'm assuming this is going to be my last one. There's no indicator or whatever. It doesn't tell you which one you're missing, but I'm going to go ahead and just load this one up. And then when I'm about to finish it, I'll show you guys to see if I get any progress. So there was 2 triumphs that I glossed over before we get into the final one, and it's going to be the last 2 here, the Disappointment Triumph, which is decrypt engrams at the Cryptarch. Focus decoding does not count as decryption. And then you have to do that 10 times, as you can see here, with 10 out of 10 engrams decrypted. And then this one is just going to be to achieve Guardian rank 8. Now, when it comes to Disappointment here, you can see for the progress for this, I'm pretty sure Prime engrams and exotic engrams will count. So you can see if I approach the Cryptarch, you can see I have engrams here, and I'm assuming if you just go like that and you decrypt one, it's going to go ahead and give you 1 out of 10. And then if I do it again, that'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I would have to get 4 more. Most likely, I would say if you're trying to absolutely maximize your potential for this, I would say if you're doing the Skywatch farming and you're trying to get those engrams to drop, some of them might be a prime engram. Hold on to those and then just decrypt them when you're done farming. But remember, you can only hold 10 at a time, and then the rest will just go to your postmaster, so be aware of that. But like I said, if anyone would also like to just further clarify in the comment section, because I know I'm just saying this, which is ideally I think how it should work, but if anyone just wants to clarify and say, hey, I did it, like it wasn't auto-completed for me, this is exactly what I did and it worked, then I would love for that to be in the comment section. That way someone can get some further clarity if they need it for that. But it shouldn't be too crazy. The focus decoding, I noticed that it does not work, so just please don't go over here and try to, focus decode certain, exotics thinking it's going to work, because they said it's not. Only thing that's going to work is when you approach him and you go over here and you use these engrams and you get your random loot. That's the only time it's going to work. So just get like a full engram, inventory here and just decrypt them all with him, and you should have no problem. But moving on to the Guardian rank one, that one is going to be a little more, I don't really know how to describe it, like tedious, I guess you can say, because you're going to have to do certain things in the game. But you can see here, I am Guardian rank 8. Now, when looking at the Guardian rank, it is a little kind of intimidating, especially if you're a new light. Like, let's say you're watching this video and you just installed Destiny 2 and you've never played it before. You're most likely going to start around here, like rank 1 or 2. I've personally never seen the new light experience, so I can't comment too much on that. But you can see for some of these, if you start in rank 2, all you have to do is complete a new light quest, a Guardian Rises. Then you're going to go to 3, and then they're going to give you some things like complete this mission, meet the destination there, explore the EDZ, explore Nessus. And then once you do those, you get your subclasses, gunsmith, gear modification. You see you work your way up until you reach rank 7, and then do everything you need for 7. I want to point out 7 in particular because you can see one of these is going to be the increase your accommodation score to 200. Now, something like this is really annoying because they added this accommodation system in the game, and sometimes you'll do a strike or you'll do Crucible, you'll do Gambit, and sometimes you won't even get accommodated for it. Teammates will just, give it to somebody else or whatever. You'll be top of the leaderboard, they still won't accommodate you. So this is going to definitely take some time. I would say if I were you, and maybe if you have a teammate or something, or you have a friend that plays Destiny, just play a couple strikes with them and tell them, hey, make sure you accommodate me for the Triumph and stuff like that. But if you want like a surefire way to do it, I would say that's probably the main way to do it. But, sometimes you get accommodated, sometimes you don't. That's just the way it works at this point. But you're going to have to get a score of 200, and that's just to move on to 8, which is what you're going to have to do. Now, anything else like this, like the final shape, I noticed it says complete the final shape campaign. I'm not sure if this is optional, just because, if you're a free-to-play player, I don't think you'll be able to, complete the final shape campaign without buying it, obviously. So that might be something that turns people off to this. But there are, little things here that you're gonna have to do, like increase your reputation level with failsafe. So you might have to buy the season or whatever. So there is definitely parts of this that are kind of paywalled. So just make note of that. But if you own the DLC and you just haven't played a whole lot, well, this might be a reason to go ahead and do it. But yeah, that's going to do it for this. I'm going to go ahead and cut back to the video. So you can see we've completed the Legend title here. Overall, I would say it's a pretty easy one to obtain. I want to add on to the time lost one here. You don't even have to do like the whole mission. I mean, you do have to do the mission that it gives you to do in timeline, but it doesn't play the whole mission. It only gives like the first 10% of the mission. Then you get like a cutscene before and a cutscene after. So again, pretty easy. I don't think it's meant to be that crazy to complete. I'd say the most time consuming is either, depending your play style, is the Among Friends and the Accidental Generosity. Other than these two, it was pretty easy to get. Again, the engrams dropping in Skywatch was pretty rough, but I would prefer that over having to do as many Vanguard strikes that I did. I know I could have played Crucible, I could have played Gambit, but I'm not a big Crucible or Gambit player, so I just went straight to the strikes. But it was kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie, but we ended up to get it done. So overall, like I said, very easy to obtain. You do have a good amount of time. I believe it's until Apollo comes out, the code name for one of their next DLCs. We still have, episode 2 and 3 to come out, I believe. Maybe even episode 4, I could be wrong. But there's definitely some episodes before it comes out. So I'll go ahead and leave it as a comment down below when the thing finishes. I'll put it on screen. I don't know what I'll do, but there'll be a date basically until you can complete it. So you don't have to do this right away. I did this within the week. I know there's people who did it within the first day, but as you can see, it's pretty simple and not too difficult to get. So let me know down in the comment section if you have the title already. If you do, then you are a fellow Legend title holder like I am. But if you don't, you have more than enough time to get it done. So that's going to do it for the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Just follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/SmokeSham0. A playlist with some Destiny 2 guys be popping up on screen right now. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.